My name is Heather Douglas. I'm the Waterloo Chair in Science and Society at the University of Waterloo in Waterloo, Canada. My talk on science and citizens is about the relationship between citizens and science in a democratic society. Citizens very often distrust or have concerns about science, and that creates a lot of controversies at the interface between science and society in a democracy. Such examples of distrust include debates over climate change, genetically modified organisms, reproductive technologies, pesticide use, agricultural techniques, and so forth. And the talk is to address how we might bring together science and citizens in a more productive discourse to resolve these controversies in a way that is both scientifically legitimate and democratically accountable. So these sources of distrust can create a lot of discord on these issues. But one of the key things to resolving the distrust between science and citizens is first to allow citizens to have a richer understanding of the nature of science and scientific practice. Because science is not an absolute source of knowledge. It doesn't provide fixed facts, permanent certainty. Instead, it is our most robust and reliable source of empirical knowledge precisely because it has uncertainties embedded in it. Those uncertainties allow for science to be continually contested with new empirical information, and it's that continual attempt to allow empirical information to challenge science that makes it our most robust and reliable source of knowledge. But at the same time, science is not value-free. Science has values that shape both its direction of research, what scientists choose to study, how they choose to study it, where they put their attention, as well as decisions about what counts as sufficient evidence when making a claim to be used in policy. Do we have enough evidence to make a claim? If we make it too soon, what will happen? Or do we not yet, if we don't make a claim soon enough, will bad consequences follow given the preliminary evidence that we have? This means that values, societal and ethical values, are an important part of the scientific practice. And this also means that citizens can legitimately have concerns and contest various areas of science, either because the scientists might not have been studying things that citizens think are the most directly relevant for an issue, or because citizens have concerns about whether the evidence is sufficient or not in a particular case. So the talk will conclude by looking at ways in which citizens and scientists might engage in more productive discussions so that, in the end, our science advice and the way in which science informs policy decisions in democratic societies can be both scientifically legitimate, empirically grounded, as well as democratically accountable and reflective of citizen values.